Hello, how is everybody? Um, just as a sound check, I've got these AirPod things that I bought in the last week. I meant to try them out yesterday, but can everybody hear me okay? Does it sound all right? I've never used them on a live stream before. I don't even know if I will. I tried using a big mic once, but I ended up getting rid of it. You sound fine. Oh, good, Tammy Pie. Thank you. Everything sounds great. Jamie, hello, on your Jamie account. So we've got the Wild One, Tammy Pie, Claire. Hello, all ducks. Hello, Claire. Who's a chubby bunny? You're a chubby bunny. Tweet, tweak. Hello, Robin. We've got Kim and Ink Witchy Girl, Susie, Elizabeth, Jamie, Christy Nanda, Scott, hello, and love the earrings. I know I'm a little bit self-conscious in them, but they've got built-in microphones as well. So I don't really need them to hear anything because I can't hear you guys, but it'll be interesting to watch this back or a snippet of it back later so that I can hear the sound quality. And I'll test it against yesterday's cup of ketchup and cards just to see which is better. I'll be there soon in a Mary L class. Oh, of course, Shauna. It's Chris's Mary L class, isn't it? What time does he do that? Is it like 4? How long does it go on for? I kind of thought, oh, nobody goes live this time on a Sunday. And I know it's a separate thing. It's Zoom, isn't it? But I still wouldn't have gone live if I'd have remembered that. But I'm being lazy today. I really can't be fast to record a video, do all the editing, putting the music on, intros, outros, clipping, cropping. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. The situation in the UK at the minute, or particularly England, is this huge petrol shortage. And I had to drive 12 miles to find a petrol station that had some fuel left. And that was at 5:50 a.m. this morning. Otherwise, I'm screwed for the week. So I'm quite tired. I wanted to do this deck because the week ahead is this deck review kind of walkthrough because the week ahead is really busy. So I thought, you know what? And I've been at my parents' all day today as well. Just got home. I thought, I'll just go live. I'll do a live. I'll show the decks. Don't know who'll be here because I don't normally go live on a Sunday, but here we are, and that's what I'm going to do. Firstly, though, a couple of things. The second book of Griffin and Sabine arrived while I was at my mum's today, which is Sabine's notebook. So, and I've just knocked one of the AirPods out. I don't know if that made a sound against the microphone. So these are the books by Nick Bantock, who did the Archeo deck. So if you recall, when I was on Gerald's channel, he mentioned these. And I read the first one, and it is so intriguing. It's the one that has the little envelopes with the letters on the inside, and you take out the letter and read them. And so that's the second one. They only take an hour maybe to read, if that. We had to do that when I was a kid in Germany. No fun. The lines, the wait. Yeah, but it is causing chaos. Emergency services can't fuel ambulances. Some little independent garages are hiking their fuel prices right up because people have got no choice to pay it. I heard yesterday of a colleague who had to drive all the way to Newark. I know that won't mean a lot to many people in this chat, but it's over an hour's drive to pay an extortionate price because she was going away for the week and needed to fuel up. So, but I must have passed a dozen petrol stations this morning, and they're all got no fuel, no fuel, no fuel. And it's like, I can't drive around on the sniff of petrol if I don't find one soon. I didn't even know if I'd have enough petrol to come back home if I couldn't find one. And luckily I found one. But iMac issues? Oops. You're using iMac? I got the first book and I love the concept, the presentation of the books. Yeah, I really enjoy them. But I read this afternoon whilst I was at my parents' because my mum had a bit of a snooze. So I know they take about an hour to read. We watched a film and then she had a bit of a snooze. So I read this and it's getting so intriguing. I need to get the third one now. And I called in at my sister's this morning, and my sister's got an online shop. It's kind of like home things, trinklements. But she'd got one of these, which is a plug-in lamp, 3D lamp, but it has a glass plate on the top, and you can put oils and things like that. But she also sells these little crystals. So they've got like peony blush suede, and you put a sprinkling of these crystals on, and you keep them on there until they turn white. And they have like flavors of aftershave. So we've got Isimayaki. There's a linen fresh, which is smoked really nice, and then dewberry, and I love dewberry. So I'm going to plug that in a bit for the dark nights. I thought it'd be quite nice, and I wanted to support my sister because she's become disabled and she's unable to do her job. So they got a little bit of money and they decided to start up this little business where they sell things online. So, hey Kay, how are you? And everybody else that's come in since I did the hellos. Do they have electric cars yet in the UK? They do, but they're not very popular. They haven't really taken off yet. So everybody's still kind of on petrol. I think I know of one person that's got an electric car. Hi, Stephanie. And Stephanie, you're probably in the same boat. I don't know what it's like where you are further north, but petrol situation here, and it's on all the news and everything, with cars queuing miles back. And I came down the motorway and I'd gone for a walk with my friend this morning with the dogs after I got my petrol. And I was coming back along the M1 and I needed the loo, because if I have coffee, I need the loo. And so I called into to the motorway service station, which is all shops and restaurants and things like that go across the motorway, to use the loo. Then, of course, you have to drive out of the car park and past the pumps to get back onto the motorway. And there was that much. This was at like 8 o'clock by this time. There was that much traffic. I was sat there for another 20 minutes just trying to get out of the place. I didn't even want fuel, but I had to queue with all the cars that did. So, hello, Drop of Golden Tarot. Oh, I feel like I've come on and started moaning, but that's not why we're here. It's really bad up our way. Roger is supposed to golf tomorrow, and some of his friends can't make it because they can't find petrol. It's unbelievable, isn't it? We went through this, 18 months ago with toilet rolls and all that. And the media are to blame as well, because they put this story out there. Oh, we've got a shortage of drivers. Therefore, we might not get drivers for tanker deliveries, and you might not be able to get petrol. So then what does everybody do? Rush out. And this is the third day now where you can't get petrol. I couldn't believe my luck. And it sounds really silly, but I could have cried for joy when I saw a petrol station that still had some petrol. I didn't care if I had to sit there for 2 hours and wait, just to see a petrol station that had petrol at 5.50 on a Sunday morning. It's ridiculous. But anyway, electric cars are popular here. American here. Why the petrol shortage? I'm sorry, I can't imagine. Because, well, it depends who you listen to or what news station you listen to. It's either because of Brexit, And the fact that a lot of, and this is where I'm leaning towards, a lot of the drivers that were coming over here from the EU were told they couldn't have licenses anymore. So there's a shortage of lorry drivers anyway. And also combined with people with COVID being pinged and not able to drive. So we've started to see a decline on the supermarket shelves of certain products because the drivers can't get to deliver them. So, and really arrogantly, our government have issued a statement today saying we're going to temporarily allow EU drivers to come into the country. But the Home Secretary has then said, but they'll be forced out on Christmas Eve and there'll be penalties for people who breach that extension. I'm thinking, do you know what? If I was in the EU, I'd say, stuff it. You didn't want us. Now you're in a mess and you're letting us back in for 3 months. It's a dire situation, a really dire situation. Because what's going to happen is people are going to die because ambulances won't be able to get to people. Fire engines won't be able to go and put fires out. You know, police won't be able to break up blooming crime, let alone the other things that's going to happen where, you know, no deliveries. It's just so worrying. But that's the situation that we're in at the moment. I've got a tank. It will probably last me with the miles I have to do at work. But I'll try and look at my week and see if I can scale it back. But it will probably last me till about Thursday. So I'm hoping that things might start to calm down. The government keep issuing statements saying, do not panic buy. There isn't a shortage of fuel. But nobody's listening because nobody believes them. And if they don't panic buy, they're frightened they're going to be without fuel. But you're getting people turning up with cans and filling them as well. It's so selfish. Just fill up when you need to fill up. That's what I'm doing. You know, I needed to fill up this morning because my tank was nearly empty. Other than that, if I were an EU lorry driver, I wouldn't help us given the government's attitude. Exactly. We're so arrogant. It's just, it beggars belief. Anyway, let's have a look at these decks. So this is the Chubby Bunny Tarot. Has anybody seen this? Because it's version 2. And I've not seen it before, and I thought I knew all decks by Destiny. These are the guys who do the Smith Tiny, the Shuffle Tarot, Brush Tarot, Ganeshan Village. So it's the Chubby Bunny Tarot, but also the Chubby Bunny Rune deck. So reminds me of Y2K back when. Yeah, well, we had a petrol shortage in 2000. And I then was a deputy store manager of a store that had a petrol station attached to it. And it was horrendous. It really was horrendous. My heart is going out to all those people who are working in petrol stations because either they're being sent home now because they can't open, or the ones that have got petrol are just flat out working. So the wild one. Oh, hi, Jackie, and everybody else who's coming in. So this nice box, it's got this mirrored effect where it says bunny. Do you see that? On the side, it says copy number 9 of 1,000. They tend to do 1,000 of all of their decks. Destiny, it just seems to be their way. That's the back. It follows the RWS. So I've just got a bog standard RWS deck here, just so we can have a look at some comparisons with this deck as well. And then we'll have a look at the Chubby Bunny Rune. And this follows the Elder Thukar system for runes. So it's got a tuck box. Quite easy to open the tuck box. And if you watched the video that I did yesterday, the version 2, they put these little protectors in. It's quite nice because tuck boxes, aren't the greatest, are they, when it comes to oh, it's linen. Aren't the greatest when it comes to keeping decks safe, really. These decks look adorable. I have 2 bunnies at home and absolutely love my Lunar Lapin Tarot. Oh, Stephanie showed me the Lunar Lapin Tarot. I've got the Rabbit Tarot. I've got all 3 versions of the Rabbit Tarot, and then I've got the Fluffy Bunny Tarot. But yeah, this looks really nice. So as always, we have the I might have to pull the blind because that sun is going to come and distort the images. So bear with. Oh, actually, I can take you with me. It's like I'm not even gone because I'm wearing microphones, aren't I now? Although I can't hear you guys. Okay, how's that? Hi, Sheila. Hi, Tony. Took box rage there, Simon. No, it opened. They're boxes. I mean, look how perfect they are. They're not damaged or anything. For tuck boxes, these are quite sturdy. I'm quite impressed with their tuck boxes. So we get, as always, a certificate. So this says Chubby Bunny Tarot version 2, number 9 of 1,000. Oops. What am I like? These are the backs. So they are reversible, as you can see. Really nice cardstock. It's linen. I'm not sure if that will show. Oh, maybe it does show. Can you see the linen effect on camera? Maybe better with the white. There you go. You can see it there, look. So it's really nice linen cardstock. Like I said, they top and tail it with these backs, cards that are the back design on both sides. So you can, some people use those as bookmarks. I'm kind of using it as little protectors for the deck. So let's pop them over here. You often get additional cards as well. This says 79, and I know why that will be, because it'll be a happy squirrel, or like yesterday's, the happy Ganesh. So here's the happy squirrel card, which is lovely. Happy squirrel. So that's cute, isn't it? What kind of base does the tuck box have? Is it glued? Don't think so. No, it's that crisscross effect. It's tucked. It's just tucked. I believe our Chris has done a video. Like I said, I've been up since 5 o'clock and out the house, so I haven't seen it. But I believe he's done a video about how to, you know, because he showed on his live, didn't he, this sliding effect. So I'm gonna have to watch that. Although they don't really bother me that much. The only deck I've ever had a problem with was the Par Polka. That tuck box is totally destroyed. Totally destroyed. Okay. We have a couple of extra cards. So we've got another one of those. And then we have this one. I love the colours. That's almost like the Aurora Borealis in the background, isn't it? Which is really nice. We've got a title card, which says Chubby Bun Tarot. But on the box, it does say Chubby Bunny. I got a tin for my copy. The I can't speak, Corvin. Yeah, the Polka box is awful. I'm glad it's not just me then. And you got a tin. I never thought about doing a tin. I'm just crap at doing designs for them. I could have a word with our Brent. He might do me a tin. Do you just buy a plain tin, or have you got a design somewhere? If you have got a design and you don't mind sharing it, Corbin, if you pop it into the file section of the Hermit's Cave, then we can use it. Here we have our Fool. So looking against the standard Fool, it's cute. And it's called the Chubby Bunny. Was it Chubby? Yeah. And he's got this little paunch, look. I've just realised that other card said Lapin, didn't it? Which is French for rabbit. Look at the magician. I think it is so cool that he's holding up, instead of the kind of the baton, the wand, he's holding a carrot. So cute. What a cute bunny. I want all these decks. Sheila, Destiny just make the best decks. The quality of production and everything, I love. Look how gorgeous that is. We just don't have the pomegranates on the veil. Cuteness overload. Oh, I love the Empress. And they do a lot of their decks as well are kind of like tarot for all ages. And I've mentioned before, one of the questions I get asked the most is, what decks would you recommend for my 12-year-old who's just asking, inquiring about the tarot? And recently I've been saying to them the Smith Tiny, because the Smith Tiny is the RWS, you know, redrawn with this kind of cutesy animated vibe to it. But then a lot of their decks, they are pretty close when it comes to, just love that they're all holding carrots. But, you know, even his staff there, look, with the Ankh. And the design on the back of the throne. Elephants and Bunny, what will Destiny think of next? I know what they're thinking of next. The Hierophant. Even his supplicants are bunnies. So you can see these are borderless. Fantastic cardstock with them being linen. Yeah, if kids won't keep from their parents' decks, this is a good answer for that. Exactly, Leanne. Get them their own. Hi, Bluebell. The lovers. Hello, my lovers. Even got the red mountains look in the background. And the trees. Love it. This kind of goes with the Gummy Bear tarot. Chariot. I really like how close to the RWS it is, even with the little the township in the background and the palace type turrets and things. It's really cool. Hi, Rob and Susie and everybody else coming in. It's just an impromptu live because I'm being lazy and I really didn't want to sit filming and editing tonight. Strength. Yes, Sheila has the Gummy Bear. I've got the Gummy Bear tarot in the tin, I think. I think it's the tin version I've got. Here's our Hierophant, or eyes closed, looking within. I'm only going to do the comparison with the RWS for the majors, because unless you want to see it all the way through, but it could be a little bit distracting. The Wheel of Fortune. Now, Justice doesn't have a number on it. I've just noticed on the bunny one. Don't know if that was missed. You can always tell Destiny decks and Tarot Collectible decks at a glance. Tarot Collectibles have just put on, they sent an email out yesterday, mail merge email, if you're on their email list. They've now released all the images for their new neon RWS. My daughter has a couple of kiddish type decks. She has the Gummy Bear in a tin, the Happy Tarot. I've got the Happy Tarot, but I've got the original version, and they've re-released it, haven't they, without the multiple languages Candyland game. Oh, that's not very well held. Isn't it adorable? Oh, look at the face of the Bunny in the Death card. Got them the wrong way around, haven't I? Look at his face. And instead of the white rose, we've got like a bunny skull. Halloween tin arriving. I think I've got the full size Halloween. Don't think I was able to get it in the tin at the time. Temperance. Hi, Chantal. Oh, the Devil was dark. So the deck can do dark too. It's not all fluffy, although that's an adorable Devil card. Cute. The Tower. Wow, look at that crown. Bunnies in chains. There's the star card. Oh, is that a... Oh, look at how they've done the bird. Because, yeah, it brings out the things that you sometimes miss. So we've got the little... Which way am I going? This way. The little bird there in the RWS. Do you see? But it really stands out in this version. I even love the shape of the star. That's cute. The Devil should have been roasted a marshmallow. I like that there are many kinds of tarot cards. It makes it so much more interesting. Yeah. So instead of the crayfish coming out of the water, we have another little bunny. I like how they've captured the likeness in the face of the moon. This is really well done. I don't know why I'm surprised, because instead of naked baby, we've got naked bunny. But look at the sun's face. It's a bunny face. Gonna get jumped by another rabbit. Oh, sorry about the sirens. There's Judgment. Are they in water? Do you know, I knew water was in the background, but I never really considered in the RWS that the caskets were in water. because they're in the foreground, you can see the water around it. But I always kind of imagine the water was in a way off. But here illustrates it just being in the water. I love the bunnies on the other side as well. Instead of the Red Cross flag, we've got a carrot flag. Actually like the bunnies better. The sun is adorable. And then we have the world. Oh, I love it. Okay, so I'm not going to compare. We get the idea of how close it is to the RWS. So I'm going to remove the RWS and we'll just have a look now at the miners before we go on to casket canoes. Yeah. Okay, so we're starting with the wands. And the colours are really subtle. You know, they're really almost like pastelish, really soft. It does have a soft, gentle vibe to this deck. There's your card, Robin. I'm not quite sure. You'll have to tell us sometimes why. Have you done a video as to why the Three of Wands is your card? Look at that. How adorable is that card? Look at the little faces on the barren land. I love the little bunny tail butt on the Three of Wands. There's our high horse. I always keep a lookout for the Eight of Swords, the card I relate to the most. Yeah, I've got so many I look out for, but I look out for the Two of Swords. I love the Two of Swords, but I also look out for my significator card, which is the Page of Cups. And then there's quite a few in the majors that I look out for. It's funny, isn't it, how we have certain cards that, you know, really speak to us. Yeah, no readings. Ten of Wands. Isn't it cute? The Page of Wands. The Knight with the pyramids. Our Queen with her kitty. Yes, I like the Moon card. Is that one that you look out for, Cheryl? Sheila. Hi, Cheryl, by the way. Ace of Cups. The Two of Cups is adorable. Look at that. It's a winged carrot. Has anybody got the carrot deck? I've got the carrot deck. It's like a little mini oracle deck. That's quite cute. The Three. I was going to say there's only two there, but it's the kind of back profile. Oh, get the feeling if I go to order the deck, I'll have to get others. That's always the danger, isn't it? Particularly as they've got so many lovely decks. My favourite of mine is their Smith Tiny, which they've just brought out the version 2 now, which has a holographic kind of cardstock. Hi Simon, big fan of your channel. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. It's lovely to have you here. That's very kind of you to say. We have the Five of Cups. I'm a high priestess person, says Susie. Yes, I used to buy music and now it's tarot. I'm a lost cause. Mine's DVDs, but I relocated my collection of DVDs last Sunday into a... Did I mention this yesterday? Forgive me if I'm repeating myself. And I didn't realise until I moved them just how many I've got. I've got hundreds. But that's built up over a good 20 years, nearly. Yeah, about 2001, 2002, I started getting DVDs. Don't buy them as much because I don't have that much surplus cash now to go on debts. No, actually, I only, apart from when I go away to like Glastonbury or, you know, on holidays and stuff, but I tend to only really buy one deck a month. The rest, I'm quite fortunate because they're sent or I'll trade. Like I got a trade this week with Sandra. But yeah, compared to how I was a few years ago, probably about one deck a month. Oh, sorry, I didn't even pay attention to my Page of Cups. He's cute. He's got the little fish jumping out. He's got the head bandana type thing going on. And then we have our Queen. Love the colours. There's purples and blues. So I imagine the Rune deck will be in exactly the same sort of style. Hello from Peru. Hello, Katya. Nice of you to stop by. We have the Pentacles with a carrot on it. So all the Pentacles have carrots on them. It's got the Tommy Cooper hat, the fez. Three of Pentacles. It's not a fez, but I refer to it as a fez. Oh. Three of Pentacles, then it's King. Is the four missing? Let me have a look. Page, Knight, Queen, four. The four and the King have been swapped. Whew. Got itchy nose. Four of Pentacles. So yeah, I think they've done a really good job to keep it so in keeping. Keep it so in keeping with the RWS. They've done a really great job of that. Oh, Claire, you've had surgery. Well, I hope you're on the mend. Seven of Pentacles. Oh, look how cute the eight is. Is that Diddy? He's just kind of little legs either side, straddling that little workbench, working away. Look how cute. Bunny on crutches. So if this is version 2, I wonder what version 1 was like, the original. Maybe it wasn't on linen cardstock, because with Smith Tiny 2.5 and Guination 2.5, it was mainly, there was a little bit difference in the design with like the font and the numbering, but it was the cardstock in the main that changed. But this is really, really nice. Good quality linen cardstock. Oh my God, the 8. Yeah, Leanne? Queen of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles. So our last suit is the swords. Oh, and they're all wooden swords. This is interesting. Love the two. Love the purple sky. Nine of Pentacles has a snail, says Claire. Yes, it does. Yeah, as it should. It's down there, look. Yeah. Oh, the Three of Swords is a carrot that's pierced with the wooden blades. That's interesting. Oh my God, cuteness. Yeah, the font's really nice. At first, when I saw that additional card that says Lapan, I couldn't work it out because it has little fancy bits at the beginning and the end. Look at that. How could you not? Look at his little belly. Oh my gosh. And there's a stained glass window with a carrot. That is amazing. Cute. Everybody's thinking this is cute. This deck really is adorable. Seven of Swords. The Eight of Swords is interesting. I really like it. Who was it here? Looked out for the Eight of Swords? Stephanie, wasn't it? What do you think, Stephanie? Oh. Hi, Violet Moon. Nice to see you. You're probably hearing, because the microphones are here, you're probably hearing really horrible slurpy gulping noises, aren't you, when I drink my coffee? That is a good Eight of Swords, says Stephanie. There's the 9. Look at him. I'm saying him. Could be a her. Could be a they. 10. Oh, look at the page. Remember, the page has got this wind spread. Look at the trees in the wind. Its little ears. Don't hear any slurps, Simon. Oh, that's good. That's good to know. I suddenly thought, oh, that's a bit. Queen of Swords. And the King of Swords. And then we've got this adorable little thanks for your support, and a little bunny lot giving us a little bunny tail wiggle. How cute is that? And this is the thing as well. I mean, it says on it a 79 card deck because there is the happy squirrel. But when you actually think that we've got 79 cards there, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85 with the certificate and everything. It's a really nice deck. Oh, actually, it's not Lapan. It's Loki. Loki. So what do you think? What do you think to the Chubby Bunny tarot? Fluffy Bunny is so sweet. Bum wiggle. Katya loves it. That's me, that Queen of Swords. Oh, the wee face. Love the 4 and the 9, says Robin. Precious. It is. It's adorable, isn't it? Let me put the pure love. Good choice. Stephanie thinks it's really adorable. Really cute deck. Yeah, so I haven't heard one negative comment. I mean, look at that, straight in. Really good tuck boxes. No rage. So that's the Chubby Bunny version 2. And then, as I mentioned, it comes with, there's 24 cards here, which is the Rune cards, the Elder Futh Arc. I can never say that. Futh Arc. Now, I do have rune decks, and I bought a beautiful rune deck from Glastonbury, but I'm not, I don't sit and do readings and things or spreads with runes. I just tend to have a bag of runes and I'll pull one out. And I always use this. This is my favorite book. I used to have this as a floppy hardback, and I gave it away when I gave away a set of runes. And then I saw it in a secondhand shop again. But it's how to read and interpret runes. And I like it because it goes through everything, like how to make your own runes, spreads, learning from the runes. So it goes through, you know, like I said, creating lots of stuff. And it's quite an old book now. When was it released? Well, this one is 2012. But that wasn't the first print, because I bought this back in 2001. And it was the same pictures and everything. It gives you the history of the runes from the early markings. And creating your own runes, learning from runes, consulting the runes, interpreting the runes. The single rune, which is what I tend to do. I pull a rune out of a bag. 3 rune spreads. And then advanced divination. So it's really useful. But then, then there's the world tree spread. Then it goes into rune magic and helping others. Tools and talismans and all sorts of stuff. But then you get this lovely layout for each rune. So like Theo, is that how you say it? I'm just going to say it phonetically because I've never really studied them in depth. Your rune, Thorn rune, Ansior rune, Ken rune, Rad rune, Win. So yeah, it lists them all like this, and what you get is the corresponding letter, the meaning, the divinatory meaning, the spiritual gift, associations with trees, colors, herbs, gemstones. Then you get an interpretation and then a meaning. The interpretation is here in the middle, and then your meaning is here. So I use things like this when have you found it, Jackie? Brilliant. So yeah, how to read and interpret runes. I just find it really easy, and you can get big volumes of, you know, real tomes when it comes to books on runes. But as I say, for me, a rune, if I do read them, it's pulling one out and having a read about it. So let's have a look at this deck. I just looked at the Chubby Bunny Tarot on Etsy, and it says that the difference from the first edition are a change of card back and a change of special card. Yeah, I thought it would be the card stock. That's good to know that about the backs as well. So it looks like the linen card stock is what's, you know, what makes the deck different, really. Okay, so we are in. So thanks for doing that, Stephanie. Check in and updating us. So again, like the other deck, this is number 9, and they were kind of sealed together. So I wonder if you can buy these 2 decks together as a set, because even though I've just wrapped them individually, they was also wrapped together, I think, when I opened them up. Nice and easy to open. Very thick, sturdy card. Oh, we've got a little book. That's interesting. You get the little protector. But yeah, we've got a little book. Is it in English? It is. So that's quite nice. You get a 2-page, 2 pages of information, the meaning. So Tiwaz is Tur, god of war and justice. Keywords, masculinity, warrior honor. And then you get a write-up. A monumental fountain was built to glorify the honor of the Chubby bunny warrior god. So it tells you about the card as well. So the kind of the writing about the illustration on the card. And then you've got use for predictions. So things like love, career. So that's really interesting. And it's quite a, oh, it's in 2 languages, I see. So you get to the middle. So you get thanks for your support. And then when you turn the page, it flips the other way. And you get the writing in Thai, I would have thought, because it's come from Thailand. So quite a nice little. I just want to just nip to the kitchen. Just bear with. Okay, I'm back. So again, you get a certificate of authenticity, and this is Chubby Bunny Rune deck, copy number 9 of 1,000. It has the creators, and then we have an additional card which says Freya. So I wonder if there is in the design here a rune that corresponds with Freya. Can't see one, so we'll come back to that and have a look. Let's take the bands off. We've got the top and tail backs, front and back. That looks to be the same. Where have I just put the Chubby Bunny Tarot deck? Where have I just put it? Oh, I'll put the rune book on top of it. Pretty sure it's exactly the same, which is nice. It is. So that's the full card from the tarot deck. And the back design is exactly the same on the rune deck. So that's good to know. Hi, Shauna. Did you go and come back? Or was you not here? You were here earlier, weren't you? Oh, yes, you was in Chris's. I didn't even know. I forgot. He did tell me this morning he was doing his study today. With it not being on YouTube, I didn't think about it. Again, we've got this cold stamping, this kind of metallic. I like that. A couple of runes merged into one there at the top right-hand corner. Boxes in the same style as the tarot deck. So, Chubby Bunny Rune, welcome. I am trying to work out where the... Oh, in his hand. I'm like, okay, where is the rune? So this is interesting, and I like this because I gifted them actually to Shane, Jen's son. I did have some rune cards, but I didn't really get on with them, and there was just the big rune on them. But what I like about these is you have an image like this, but you look for the rune. You've got the title at the bottom here, and then do you see the staff in the hand is the rune. So you could look it up because you've got your own little book here. But also, if you have a rune book like I've got, Oh, and I meant to say there is a quick reference guide at the back here as well, which lists the Elder Fu Heart. So, and they're spelt different, but again, that could be, you know, I've seen runes being written in different ways depending on what country and origin. Because yeah, Theo is how I would say it, and it's the very top one, actually, the first one. So it gives you here that it's the letter F. It gives you the sign on the rune, Theo. It means cattle. The tree association is elder. The colour is light red. The herb is nettle, and the gemstone is moss agate. So that's really good. And then obviously in the little book that you get with the deck, pop that back. I always end up making chaos around me, you know, when I'm live. Not so much when I'm pre-recorded, but when I'm live and I switch the off button and I look around and I'm like, oh my God, how come I created this much chaos? So yeah. And again, the first one, and I like the fact that you get a picture of the rune there, the symbol for the rune. And again, it gives you a depiction here, or a writing about the depiction, I should say. The chubby bunny king sitting on the gold coin throne among numerous golden carrots that were both valuable treasures and scrumptious food. There is a rune symbol for you, a rune of wealth and productivity as gold. And then you get your interpretations, whether you wanted to know about love, career, finance, health, or a problem. So if I was thinking about a particular problem and I pulled this card, the problem is stuck in a financial crisis. This may be due to overspending. Finance is high value, high return, financial opportunities. Love is meeting someone who is enamored with you. Love is that precious treasure. So I really like that little book. It's quite a nice little book to have. Chaos is fine. It happens. Oh, there's lots of love hearts in the chat. Lots of love for each other. So here, the runes are actually, and you probably won't spot it straight away, but they're actually embroidered into the red rag to the bull, but it's bunnies, of course, which is interesting. Oh, this is just as adorable, isn't it? Look how they've tangled that fox up. Or is it a wolf? No, it's a fox. Fox and rabbits. And then do you see the rune up there? This is so well done. And it really complements the Chubby Bunny Tarot, doesn't it? There in the peak of the mountain. Again, this is the same lovely linen cardstock, do you see? Yeah, the way that they're written here aren't really the way that I've seen them. But again, you know, they do change depending on location. That's the rune there. Oh, exchanging gifts. Oh, it's really interesting trying to spot them because they're not always at first glance noticeable. Look at that. And if people have, a lot of people actually who have attempted to read with runes and struggled with them, here you're getting a pictorial scene as well, which really, really helps, I think, with the learning and understanding of runes. Hi, long-haired, skinny-eyed toe. Look at that. Look at the peril of the sea. You can see the rune there on the little plank that's trying to be used as a life raft. Stephanie says this rune deck feels more situational. Yeah, that's like I was just saying about having a scenic kind of interpretation as well. Like in the way the RWS deck is illustrated to show the situation, explain the concept. Yes, exactly. So what Stephanie's saying there, I completely agree. If you think about the RWS when that came around in 1909, having a pictorial representation of what was previously pips of, just 4 coins or 6 cups, you get the scene to help you. And this is what's happening here for the images of the symbol within the rune. It's still here within the image, but the image itself helps. There's the rune. I just held onto a life raft myself just recently. Oh wow, look at that. Wow. This is so cool. Struggling to see where the rune is here. Bear with. Talk amongst yourselves. Does it tell you? Can anybody see the rune? Maybe if I hold it up close. It's the letter Z. No, it's not. Well, it corresponds phonically, but it's like the Y with the stick in the middle. Unless it's just the tree itself. It'll be the tree itself, won't it? Of course. Look at that. It's like a light of a stag in the background. Yeah, with the tree itself. That's clever. Bye, Shauna. So with some cards, the rune is quite visible and easy to spot. With others, you have to search. Bye, Stephanie. Oh wow, it's like the strength card, isn't it? It's like a temple Fu lion. Stonemasonry. Trying to find the. This is Tiwaz. Trying to find the rune. That's the one that's like an arrow pointing. Oh, it's on his headdress. Look, it's there. Sometimes I'm looking all around the image and it's right in front of me. Yeah, I can see that in the tree. I can't find that one. It's just as adorable, isn't it? How do you feel about using a deck like this then to learn about runes? Would you find the images a help or a hindrance? The signage makes that rune. The light underneath is making the shape of that rune. Oh, I love this image. This image is amazing. Look at that. How beautiful. The rune is quite difficult to spot, but I've spotted it. It's that kind of infinity shape of the branches in the middle, almost like a knot. The daggers. That's on the door and the window. Magical. Well, I'm not quite sure what this card is for. It's an additional card, but I'm not quite sure what it's for. Let's have a look. Is there anything in the book about it? No, it's just an additional art card, I think. Oh, it's there. Oh, it's blank rune. That is a blank rune. Silence, ignorance, null, space, zero, destiny. And then it says here, the light shines in the darkness. It's trying to find something, but only emptiness and silence. Love is nothing special for now. Then you get an extra card here, which has the 24 rune cards and a thank you. And then I just noticed this in the book, which I didn't notice when I skipped through, which is quite handy to have. If you're pulling a single rune, you've got kind of okay and no, etc. the answer from a single rune. So if I was just to pull one at random, there we go, then that is okay. Oh, that's good. For the thought that was in my head. All right, so that is the Chubby Bunny Tarot and the Chubby Bunny Rune card deck by Destiny. And as I said, I just wanted to come on and do this because I'm tired after today, and I just haven't got it in me to do pre-recorded videos tonight. But it's been fun actually to share them with you and have a look at them together. So appreciated everybody that's been here, and thank you for letting me try out these. I'll have a play back and see what the sound was like. So 2 cards more than a majors only deck. Yes, yeah, that's right, 24. And just dropped some plastic on the floor. So yeah, so thank you for indulging me. I know it was an impromptu live, but it's been lovely to catch up, and I will see you all in the week, no doubt. I've still got to show the deck, the only deck that I've purchased in the last month, which is the second edition of the Tildwick Tarot, but I will film that. So yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you again. Take care. Thank you, mods, as well. And until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.